It's something I learned from my mentor as I was studying for my master's degree in clinical counseling. We were wrestling with the idea of how do we stay professional? How do I be a counselor and have my knowledge and my techniques and in juxtaposition to all of the feelings I have about my client's life, about my client himself or herself? What do I do if I don't like my client? How do I still be professional? And this is what I was taught. Claire, meaningfully involve yourself with your client or your patient without getting swallowed up in his or her despair. And this is my mantra when I am involved with the life of other people. Meaningfully involve yourself with your client's life, but don't get swallowed up in their despair. They don't want you down in their hole. They want you up at the side of the pit with your hand firmly reaching down, prepared to give a hand up and out. So, weep with those who weep. Mourn with those who mourn. Rejoice with those who rejoice. That's meaningfully involving yourself with your client's life without getting sucked down into the vortex of whatever issue they're struggling with, whether it's a pending loss or whether it's their own depression or their eating disorder, whatever it is. So it's not about being professionally aloof. It's not about being clinically detached. It's not about being emotionally neutral. For example, a lady sits in with you and says, the last thing my daughter said to me was that she hated me. I don't really know how I feel about that. How do you feel about that? Tell me what emotional response you had when I said that. You feel hurt. You felt hurt. You felt sick. Devastated. If we were to stay emotionally neutral, we shouldn't feel those things. But if you're going to meaningfully involve yourself with your client, then you'll allow yourself to feel it, because that can be very helpful information to that person. They may not knowing how they feel may simply mean, I have no emotional language for what I am feeling. They may be completely aware of what they're feeling, and as I vicariously feel it, I can give emotional language to them and help them identify what it is that they're feeling. Well, I'm not sure what you're feeling. Sounds like you're feeling something. I know what I felt. Could I tell you? Yeah. I just felt sick inside. I'm wondering if you didn't too. Yeah, I did. They may not have permission to engage with their feelings. I grew up not having permission to engage with my feelings. Why? Because my mother said to me, don't worry. Don't focus so much on your feeling. Quit your whining. Just go and make some new friends. Think of the wake of destruction that I left every time I moved. Think of all the feelings of people who were sad that I left. He left without saying goodbye. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Claire died in my life, and I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Why? Because I didn't care about them. Why? Because I wasn't supposed to. Because I wasn't interested in how they felt. I was interested in making myself happy, replacing my loss. My focus wasn't on how they felt. I wasn't intrigued with it at all. I wasn't supposed to. I was supposed to focus on me. Meaningfully involving yourself is about being tenderly present. It's about being confidently compassionate, personally there. Completely there. Involved, intrigued, wanting to know, wanting to experience your life with you, and about being genuinely personal. If something moves me, I cry. I allow myself to feel the life of my client or my patient. If something they say makes me angry, I let myself feel it. If something they say disturbs me or makes me, in the same way, if they said something funny, you would laugh with them, right? You would engage with them, but also the negative, also the destructive. We need to have permission to allow that person's life to bump into mine, overflow, spill into mine, and be real.